going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
There's no job too big or too small for Gonzalez Lawn and Landscapes. Owner Chris Gonzalez works hard to make your commercial or residential properties one of the neighbors will envy. You won't find a lower price anywhere else, and that's a guarantee. We offer mowing, landscape removal, small construction jobs, and more. Our team is licensed and insured to ensure the best work for Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Your satisfaction is our goal. We won't leave until you're happy. Call today to set up a free quote.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome everybody here to Jim Chance Field for tonight's TSSAA Class 3A Region 4 District 8 Winners Bracket Showdown featuring the Tigerettes of Marshall County and the Lady Cats of Lawrence County. This is AJ Good here on the X Sports Network, going to be bringing you tonight's action. Third matchup between Lawrence County and Marshall County so far this year. Lady Cats coming out on top in both of these so far this year. Decisive winners in Lewisburg, winning that one 7-4, but they played an instant classic here at Jim Chance Field just a couple weeks later. Lady Cats trailing 13-10 in the bottom of the seventh inning, scored 4 runs to walk it off, winning that one 14-13. Lady Cats 6-2 winners over Tullahoma on Sunday to get to this spot. Marshall County a 4-3 winner over Franklin County in the playing game that eventually knocked off the top seed in Giles County 8-6, giving the Lady Cats a chance to host here tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, starting first with Marshall County. Their head coach is Amy Bonner. Leading off in center field is Zakiah Taylor. Batting second in left field, Madison Mason. Batting third and catching, Anna Stewart. Batting fourth at shortstop, Brenlin Walls. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jashelle Ridley. Batting sixth at first base, Carly Cole. Batting seventh at second base, Aaron Ketchum. Batting eighth at third base, Kinley Weiser. Rounding out the lineup in right field will be Caroline Perriman. And their pitcher tonight will be Brooklyn Nunley. For the Lady Cats, leading off at third base, Maddie Dollar. Batting second at short, Lainey K. King. Batting third and catching, Giselle Maldonado. Batting fourth and pitching, Elizabeth Hagan. Batting fifth at first base, Reagan Frakes. Batting sixth in left field, Callie Brown. Batting seventh in center field, Lily Lloyd, the designated player. Batting eighth, Ashlyn Sublett. Rounding up the lineup in right field is Libby Burks, and the second baseman tonight is Bella Grace Walker. Zakiah Taylor to lead things off here for the Tigerettes has had a lot of success so far through the first two matchups here against Lawrence County. Hagan, the right-hander, getting ready to deal for the Lady Cats. First pitch. Tip back and foul for strike one. Winner of this game will advance to the championship game and automatically etch their name into the region tournament. So a lot riding on this. Don't want to have to go back into the loser's bracket. Ground ball sent over to King at short. Throws over to first in time, and that's the first out of the inning. 2 pitches in, 1 gone here in the top of the first inning. Brings up the left fielder in Madison Mason.
Anna Stewart on deck, 1 out.
So 1 gone here in the top of the first. Not much wind at all to speak of on a pretty beautiful day out here today. Overcast, which some people, like me, when I play baseball, prefer an overcast day. First pitch here from Hagan. That's in there for strike one. Right field. Lady Cats playing way in. Normal at pretty much every spot. Corner infield playing a step or two in front of the bag. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a miss for strike two. Busy day around here. We're about to have spring game for the Lawrence County football team across the way. Here's the 0-2. Tip back and foul. 0-2 the count. Here's the 0-2. Sent high in the air in the shallow left. King going back for it and makes the catch. She ranged about 20 yards in the foul territory, makes the catch, and we've got 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. So King, busy in the early going in this game, brings up the 3-hole hitter for the Tigerettes, the catcher, and Anna Stewart. Another left-hander here in the Tigerette lineup. 2 gone, nobody on, same defensive alignment. Right fielder and Burks playing back in her normal position now. First pitch. Sent down the right field line, but about 10 feet foul for strike 1. Field is in absolutely beautiful condition. Coach Charlie Lloyd and his team have done a great job out here. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball down the right field line. Foul. 0-2 the count now. And I'm probably about to just jinx this, but 8 pitches in, she's thrown all strikes. So here comes ball 1, so I apologize in advance. Here's the 0-2. Change up in there for strike 3, and that one will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Marshall County in the top of the first inning. Lady Cats will try to strike first when we return on the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
We come back to Jim Chance Field as we go to the bottom of the first inning of this Class 3A Region 4 District 8 championship bracket. Winner of this advances to the championship game, automatically etches their name into the region tournament, which will start next week. So top of the order due up for Charlie Lloyd's Lady Cat squad with Dollar, King, Maldonado. Elizabeth Hagan in the top of the first retired the side on 9 pitches, including a nasty changeup there for strike 3. All 9 of those pitches were strikes. Top of the order due up here for the Lady Cats. Lady Cats in the all-purple uniforms. Marshall County in the charcoal uniforms, white pinstripes, blue numerals. Pretty good-looking uniforms here. Good contrast for both sides. You never have to worry about my biggest pet peeve, which is both sides wearing all white, which you'll see in baseball every now and again. I think they should find teams for that. No. So, softball, you can, especially with all the different color combinations we have in our district, it's rare if you find somebody wearing the same thing. Maddie Dollar, the dangerous third baseman, to lead things off. Whole infield playing way in. First pitch, that misses away for ball 1. Brooklyn Nunley in the circle tonight for Marshall County. Great crowd on hand, packed on both sides. Marshall County normally does a pretty good job traveling. Lawrence County always shows out well here for the Lady Cats. Here's the 1-0. That one bunted and just a bit foul for strike 1. Third baseman in Weiser fielded it. It was right on the line or maybe just a hair over the line, but the home plate umpire has the last say. So it's a 1-1 count. And Nunley taking the sunglasses off. It's bright, but not like killer bright right now. It's overcast. Again, I've loved, this is my favorite conditions to play in as a baseball player. Here's a 1-1. And bunt right in front of the plate, placed perfectly, and Dollar is out. So good play there by the catcher and Stewart. We've got one gone here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up the shortstop and Laney King. We have had two extremely close plays on back-to-back pitches. One that might have been able to be called fair, and the other one where could have been called safe, 50-50, or however you interpret that either way. First pitch here from Nunley to King. King pops it up. Stewart makes the catch, and that's the second out of the inning. Two gone here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up the three-hole hitter and Giselle Maldonado, who has come alive here in the last half of the regular season, or as they called her at Murfreesboro Central, Jizzle. Still funny. Nunley gets the sign from the dugout, toes the rubber. Here comes the first pitch. That's in there for strike one. Comes the 0-1. Misses away, 1-1 the count. Comes a 1-1. Misses low and away. 2-1 the count. Hagen threw just 9 pitches in the first inning. Nunley's only thrown 7 so far. Comes a 2-1. Maldonado rips it up the middle and through for a base hit. And Maldonado will reach with a 2-out single up the middle. Courtesy runner coming in for the catcher, and that will be Sarah Morrison will be the courtesy runner for the Lady Cats. Brings up the pitcher and Elizabeth Hagan, going to try to help her own cause here in the bottom of the first inning. It's the first base runner for either side. Nunley gets a sign, toes the rubber. It's the first pitch to Hagan. It's in there for strike one. Saw that last night with the Wildcat baseball team. Came away with a incredible district tournament championship. One thing their young pitchers were able to do was to pound the strike zone. Had a ton of first pitch strikes. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt for ball one. Morrison takes off the throw. Was offline, and she's safe. First stolen base here for the Lady Cats and their first runner in scoring position. 1-1 the count here to Hagan. Next pitch here from Nunley. Change up, and that one's through the left side, a base hit. Morrison will advance to third. She'll hold up, and back-to-back singles puts runners on the corners. 2 gone, and brings up the first baseman in Reagan Frakes. Another courtesy runner coming into the game here for the Lady Cats, and that will be Aubrey Dollar coming in for Hagan. So Morrison on third, Dollar on first, a pair of courtesy runners. Lady Cats trying to put together a 2-out rally. Nunley gets the signals from the dugout. Toes the rubber. Comes the first pitch. Frakes shows bunt. Pulls it back, and Dollar will take off. First pitch in there for strike one. Oh, and 1 the Frakes. Next pitch. Swung on a missed. 0-2 the count. Frakes will have to battle back from behind, have a productive at bat here. Try to keep this inning alive. Here's the 0-2. This one fouled away. Goes into the church parking lot. Count stays where it is. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners in second and third here with 2 outs. Lady Cats a 2 seed, Tigerettes the 5 seed. Here's the 0-2. Misses high and away. Good take there from Frakes. Not a bad miss by Nunley. And here comes the 1-2. In the dirt. Good block by Stewart behind the plate. Deuce is on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Outfield playing deep, so a base hit anywhere more than likely would score 2 here for the Lady Cats. 2-2. Hit high in the air into shallow center. Taylor coming in on it. Makes the catch, and that one will end the inning. Lady Cats strand 2 on the bottom of the first. No score as we go to the top of the second next on the X Sports Network.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back at Jim Chance Field here in the bottom of the second, this Class 3A Region 4 District 8 Winners Bracket Championship game. No score here between Marshall County and Lawrence County. 4-5-6 due up for the Tigerettes. Brenlin Walls, a shortstop to lead things off. Hagan back in the circle for Lawrence County. First pitch, it's in there for strike 1. Hagan retired the side with a strikeout on just 9 pitches in the first inning and has thrown 10 consecutive strikes here in this game. Here's the 0-1. Tap back foul for strike 2. Comes the 0-2 from Hagan. High for ball 1. And the first ball she has thrown in the game. 1-2 the count here to Walls. Comes the 1-2. Sent up the middle and through for a base hit. Lloyd fields it, throws it in, and a leadoff single here for Marshall County. Brings up the designated hitter and designated player, and Jashelle Ridley. 1 on, nobody out here in the top of the second. Winner advances to the district tournament championship game. Automatically qualifies for the region tournament next week. First pitch here from Hagan. Low for ball 1. Not much of a lead over there at first by Walls. Big hole up the middle. They're playing Ridley as a pull hitter, protecting the gaps. That one's going to hit off. Yep, that's a good call by our home plate umpire. I thought that hit the end of the bat, and it did, so they're going to call it a foul ball. No argument from the Marshall County side. I'm pretty sure they saw what we saw there, so it's 1-1. Ridley showing bunt. Pulls it back. Here's a 1-1. Hit high in the air in the shallow center. Lloyd coming in. Makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. 1 gone here in the top of the second. Brings up the first baseman in Carly Cole.
Cole, batter. Catch him on deck. 1 out.
1 gone here in the top of the second with 1 on. First pitch here from Hagan. Hits the outside corner for strike one. That's a good place to live if you're Hagan. Hit that spot right at the knees, painting the black. You can live in that space in between the dirt and the batter's box. Here's the 0-1, shows bunt, and Maldonado couldn't find it, and it landed right in her glove. So it's 0-2 the count. It's like that time in a big league game for the Giants, the catcher for the Giants, I think it was Buster Posey, threw it back to Jake Peavy. He wasn't looking, and it still landed in his glove. 0-2. Ground ball over to King at short, bobbles it, and even though Walker fielded it, Walls was already standing on second base.
Number 4, Ketchum, the batter. Weiser on deck.
First error of the game for the Lady Cats, puts 2 on with 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. Brings up the second baseman in Aaron Ketchum. Runners on first and second, 1 gone. First pitch from Hagan, a show bunt, and that hits her in the box, and it will be a foul for strike one. Oh, and 1 the count. This pitch here from Hagan, showing bunt again, and she does go around. That's strike 2. She didn't really attempt to pull the ball back anyway, so 0-2 the count now as Hagan's ahead. Next pitch here from the senior. Ground ball down the left field line and foul. Count stays 0-2. Hagan going to work quickly. Here's another 0-2. Hit high in the air. This will stay in play. Dollar makes the catch in foul territory, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 gone here in the top of the second. Brings up the 8-hole hitter, the third baseman, and Kinley Weiser.
Weiser, the batter. Perryman on deck. 2 outs.
Runners on first and second, 2 gone. No score here in the top of the second. First pitch from Hagan. Low and away for ball 1. Comes the 0-1. Low and in. Maldonado has trouble keeping it in front of her as both runners will advance off the wild pitch. Now a pair of runners in scoring position here for the Tigerettes. 2-0 the count to Weiser. Bottom of the order for Marshall County has struggled against Wildcat pitching in 2 games. The top of the order in the middle part done a decent job. It's the bottom that has had some failures to produce. Next pitch is down the middle for strike 1. Hagan gets a sign, toes the rubber. Here comes the 2-1. High, 3-1 the count. And here comes the 3-1 from Hagan. High and away for ball 4 in the first walk from Hagan. Loads the bases with 2 gone and brings up the 9-hole hitter, Caroline Perriman. Bases loaded, 2 gone. Runners are off a single, an error, and a walk. First pitch from Hagan. Misses away for ball one. Comes a 1-0. That is in there for strike one. 1-1 the count. Hagan trying to get out of this inning with no damage. It's pitch number 30. It's 21 in this inning after throwing 9 in the first. 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike two. Nasty pitch there from Hagan to get Perryman swinging. Comes a 1-2 from Hagan. Misses for ball two. Deuces on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Same when he rung the girl up on a while ago.
2-2 the count here to Perryman. This pitch here from Hagan. Hit high in the air in the center. Lloyd camps underneath, makes the catch, and that one will end the inning. Tigerettes strand the bases loaded in the top of the second. No score, Lady Cats look to strike first when we return on the X Sports Network.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
No score here at Jim Chance Field in this Class 3A Region 4 District 8 winners bracket game featuring the Tigerettes of Marshall County, the Lady Cats of Lawrence County. Do it for Lawrence County here in the bottom of the second. 6-7-8 with Callie Brown, Lily Lloyd, and Ashlyn Sublin. Brooklyn Nunley back on the mound for the Tigerettes in the first inning. Gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts through 17 pitches. Left-handed hitting Brown. Faced Nunley for the first time. Comes the first pitch. Hit high in the air. Taylor going back to deep left center and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Taylor didn't read that well off the bat, but eventually recovered to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Brings up Lily Lloyd, the center fielder. She's had a decent season here for the Lady Cats so far in her freshman campaign. First pitch from Nunley. Shows bunt. Pulls it back and misses away. 1-0 the count. Infield playing in. Lloyd is a candidate to bunt and lay down a pretty good one as well. Here's a 1-0. This one, soft liner right back to Nunley. She makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. Brings up the designated player in Ashlyn Sublin. Sublin in the 8 hole tonight here for the Lady Cats. There's a lot of pop, can drive one over the fence into a gap wherever she wants to. First pitch, this is low for ball one. One zero, and lines this one in the left field, a base hit. Another two-out single. All three hits for the Lady Cats have come with 2 outs so far in the game. Brings up the right fielder and Libby Burks. Burks is going to try to keep this inning alive and bring up the top of the Lady Cat order. Burks, the right-handed hitting right fielder. First pitch from Nunley. It's in there for strike one. Comes the 0-1. Down the left field line, but foul. It's 0-2 here to Burks. Feels like every ground ball right on the line has a little bit of controversy to it. We've had a lot of them just in the first 2 innings. 0-2 here to Burks. Popped up. Over to Ketchum at second. She makes a catch, and that will end the inning. Lady Cats strand one in the bottom of the second. No scores. We go to the top of the third. That's next on the X Sports Network.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Lee.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Go to the top of the third here from Jen Chan's field here in this Class 3A Region 4 District 8 winners bracket game. Due up for Marshall County, top of the order with Taylor, Mason, and Stewart. Hagan back in the circle for Lawrence County through 2 innings, no runs, off a hit, a walk, a strikeout. 33 pitches so far. Pitch 34 to Taylor. Shows bunt, gets it down. Fielded by Hagan and no throw, and Taylor will get a bunt single. Start off the top of the third inning. Didn't have much of a chance to get her anyways. 1 on, nobody out. Brings up Madison Mason, the left fielder. Popped up in foul territory to King in the first inning. First pitch here from Hagan, shows bunt, and it's fouled back for strike one. Comes the 0-1 from Hagan, shows bunt again. Throw to second will not be in time, and Taylor will get in with a stolen base. First stolen base for the Tigerettes. Another runner in scoring position. 1-1 the count here to Mason. Comes the 1-1. Ground ball to Dollar, and that one's foul for strike two. Comes the 1-2. Ground ball over to Dollar. Dollar throws over to first. It's in time. Taylor will advance to third. King blocks it up over at third. One gone, runner on third here for Marshall County in the top of the third. Brings up Anna Stewart. Struck out looking. Has the lone strikeout from any hitter so far in the game. Corner infield playing in front of the bags. Middle infield back normal. Outfield shaded slightly to right. First pitch here from Hagan. Fouled away for strike one. Here's the 0-1. It's a half swing. That's fouled down the left field line, and the count goes no balls, 2 strikes. Hagan froze her on a changeup that ended the first inning. Comes the 0-2. High and away. 1-2 now to count. And here comes the 1-2 from Hagan. Swing and a miss for strike 3 in the second out of the inning. Second time she has gotten Stewart. Runner on third, 2 gone here in the top of the third. Brings up Brenlin Walls. Singled in the center in her last at bat in the previous inning. First pitch here from Hagan. Hits the inside corner for strike 1. Maldonado and Hagan getting the signs from their head coach and Charlie Lloyd from the Lady Cat dugout. Here's the 0-1. Foul back for strike 2. Comes the 0-2. Not a bad miss there by Hagan, seeing if they can get Walls to chase. 1-2 the count here. The cleanup hitter from Marshall County. Next pitch. Misses away again. Deuces on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Comes another, or here comes a 2-2. Off the end of the bat, into the glove of Hagan, and that one will end the inning. Marshall County strands a runner on third. No scores. We head to the bottom half of the inning next on the X Sports Network.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here, Jim Chance Field, we go to the bottom of the third, top of the order, due up for the Lady Cats in this district tournament championship game with Dollar, King, and Maldonado. Dollar, who tried to bunt on for a single to lead off the bottom of the first and was called out at first. Second time facing Nunley, and that's a blooper over the third baseman's head, but lands foul for strike one. Nunley threw 2 innings, no runs off 3 hits. No walks, no strikeouts. Right now at 26 pitches. All 3 of those hits have come with 2 outs. Comes the 0-1. Changeup misses high. 1-1 the count. Maddie coming out with the Shane McMahon theme. Here comes the money. Comes a 1-1. Misses away for ball 2. 2-1 the count here to Dollar. Comes a 2-1. Shows bunt, gets it down, but it leaks foul for strike 2. Two and two here to the top of the order for the Lady Cats. Infield to play back here. Be tempted to see if she can lay a bunt down with 2 strikes. 2-2. Misses high for ball 3. Any way to find a way on here for Dollar. A ton of speed. Comes a full count. Dollar ground ball over to first, steps on the bag, and that will be the first out of the inning. 1 gone in the bottom of the third, brings up the shortstop and Laney King. Popped up to catcher and Stewart in her first at-bat on the only pitch she saw in her first at-bat. Nobody on. 1 gone here in the bottom of the third. No score here. First pitch. Swung on a miss on the changeup for strike 1. Comes the 0-1. King, grounder over to second. She makes the play, throws over to first in time for the second out of the inning. 2 gone here in the bottom of the third, brings up the catcher Giselle Maldonado. Singled in the center in her last at-bat, facing Nunley for the second time. It's a good play over there at second by Ketchum. Nobody on, 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. Same situation Maldonado was in the bottom of the first inning. Nunley gets his signs, toes the rubber. First pitch. And that one is sitting to the front row for ball 1. Held on to that one a little bit longer than what she anticipated to. The 1-0. And Maldonado fouls that one into the church parking lot. 1-1 the count. Comes a 1-1. Misses away. 2-1 the count. Nunley waits on the signs from her head coach out of the visitors' dugout. And here comes a 2-1. Ripped down the left field line, but foul for strike 2. 2-2 the count. Deuce is on the board with 2 outs. Comes a 2-2. And foul back again by Maldonado in the fifth pitch of the at-bat. Battle here between Nunley and Maldonado. Next pitch. Change up, sent up the middle off of the glove of Nunley. Maldonado hustling down and beats it. First baseman Nicole didn't catch it anyways, but Maldonado comes away with an infield single, her second hit of the game. Morrison will come in, a courtesy run for her. Brings up the pitcher in Elizabeth Hagan, singled through the left side in her last at bat. And again, all 4 hits for the Lady Cats coming with 2 outs in this game. One on, 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. Lady Cats trying to put on a 2-out rally. First pitch shows bunt. Morrison takes off the throw, gets in the center field. I think that pitch was a ball. One up. Swung on a missed. 1-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. Sent in the right field and through a base hit. Morrison rounding third. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. Morrison scores and the Lady Cats strike first. They lead it 1-0. Elizabeth Hagan helps her own cause. Here in the bottom of the third, it's a 1-0 Lawrence County lead. So Aubrey Dollar will come in for Hagan. It's the heart of the order, 3 and 4, both 2 and 2 for Lawrence County here tonight. So Dollar, with all of her speed, will go to first. Brings up Reagan Frakes, flew out to center in her last at bat. 1 on, 2 gone. All 5 Lady Cat hits have come with 2 outs. Nunley getting the signals from head coach out of the visitors' dugout. Back in the circle. First pitch shows bunt. Throw is offline. And Dollar in there with another stolen base. Lady Cats with 4 stolen bases so far in the game. 0-1 the count here to Frakes. Here's the 0-1. Misses away. 1-1 the count. Comes the 1-1. Frick sends this one into Ketchum at second. She makes the catch, and that one will end the inning. Lady Cats strike first in the bottom of the third. Lead it 1-0 as we go to the top of the fourth next on the X Sports Network.
Hey Lawrenceburg, looking for something new? Come to Happy G's, located at 210 East Gain Street. We have pitching machines, batting cages, and even indoor golf. Powered by TrackMan, our system is perfect for practice or play. With over 300 courses as well as multiple mini games, it is perfect for all ages and abilities. We even offer packages for group events such as birthday parties and business lunches. So let's go! Come get your game on indoors at Happy G's.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
We come back to Jim Chance Field here in the top of the fourth of this district tournament championship game, or excuse me, champions bracket game. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Tigerettes in Marshall County. Ridley, Cole, and Ketchum back in the circle for the Lady Cats. Elizabeth Hagan threw 3 innings, no runs, off 2 hits, a walk, pair of strikeouts through 47 pitches. Pitch 48 to Ridley. In there for strike 1. Ridley went around anyway, so strike. Double whammy, but anyways, it's a strike. Don't want to get into a Michael Scott, double whammy argument here. Next pitch, ground ball over to King at short, makes the play, throws over to first in time, and that will be the first out of the inning. 2 pitches in, 1 gone here in the top of the 4th. Brings up Carly Cole, the first baseman. Reached via an error in her first at bat in the 2nd inning. Tigerettes have stranded 4 through the first 3 innings, including a bases-loaded situation in the 2nd. First pitch from Hagan, foul back for strike 1. Good cut there from Cole. Comes the 0-1. Ground ball sent back. 0-2 the count. Oh and 2 here to Cole. Next pitch from Hagan. This is way away. 1-2 the count. Outfield shaded just slightly to the left. Infield been playing pretty much normal. 1st and 3rd, about a step in front of the bag. Here's a 1-2. Change up in the dirt. Evens things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes a 2-2. Ground ball gets past Dollar down the left field line. Cole will hold up at first. Lady Cats get the ball in quickly. 1 out single from Cole. 3rd hit of the game for the Tigerettes. Brings up 7-0 hitter in Aaron Ketchum. Popped up to Dollar over at 3rd in foul territory. Might be getting a pitch hitter or a pitch runner in this situation. Be a pitch runner. That is Davidson, who came in to pitch run. First pitch here from Hagan. Swung on and missed by Ketchum for strike 1. Comes the 0-1. High. 1-1 the count now. Here to the 7-0 hitter in Ketchum. Comes a 1-1. On the outside corner for strike 2. Be a good place for Hagan to live. Right in that spot on both sides of the plate. 1-2. Off the end of the bat, Frakes makes the catch, and while standing on first, that will be a double play, and that one will end the inning. Lady Cats lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th next on the X Sports Network.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back at Jim Chance Field, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Lady Cats leading the Tigerettes of Marshall County in this district tournament champions bracket game. 6-7-8 due up for the Lady Cats with Brown, Lloyd, and Sublett. Nunley back in the circle through 3 innings, 1 run off 5 hits. No walks, no strikeouts through 45 pitches. Brown, who flew out to center in her first at bat in the second inning. First pitch here from Nunley. Brown sends it up the middle and threw a base hit. 6th hit of the game for the Lady Cats, and the first not with 2 outs. So the leadoff runner gets aboard for Lawrence County for the first time in this contest. Brings up Lily Lloyd, who hit a soft liner back to Nunley in the circle, and her first at bat in the second inning. 1 on, nobody out. Lady Cats with a 1-0 lead, looking for some insurance here, as Brown gets all of her base running equipment on. Here's a 1-0. On the outside corner for strike 1. The throw is in time. They throw out Brown at second base. First pitch was in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Comes the 0-1. Shows bunt, gets it down. Fielded by Weiser at third. Throws over to first in time. It's the second out of the inning. 2 gone. Here in the bottom of the 4th brings up Ashlyn Sublett. Singled in the left. And her first at bat in the second inning. 2 gone here in the inning. Comes the first pitch. High and in for ball 1. Comes a 1-0. Hit high in the air into deep left center. Taylor there to make the catch, and that one will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Cats in the bottom of the 4th today. 1-0 Lawrence County leads. We go to the top of the 5th next on the X Sports Network.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee.
The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years.
And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
1-0 is the Lady Cat lead here in this district tournament winners bracket game. So we go to the top of the 5th, 8-9-1 due up for Marshall County. Weiser, Perryman, and Taylor. Hagen back in the circle for the Lady Cats through 4 innings. No runs off 3 hits, a walk, pair of strikeouts. Right now at 58 pitches. Pitch 59 from Hagen. Misses for ball 1. All right, guess he called a strike. 0-1. This pitch from Hagen. 1-1 now. Next pitch here from Hagen. Sent back foul. Count goes to 1-2. One and two here to Weiser. Walked in her last at bat in the second inning. Change up in the dirt. Evens things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Hit high in the air in the shallow right. Walker makes the catch in foul territory, and that will be the first out of the inning. 1 gone here in the top of the 5th inning. Brings up Carolyn Perriman, the right fielder. Flew out to center. The bases loaded. That ended the top of the 2nd. They've left 4 on base, the Tigerettes have in this game, and 3 of the 4 came in that second inning. First pitch here from Hagan. High in the air and out of play for strike 1. Comes the 0-1. Ground ball back to Hagan. She'll throw over to first in time, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Brings up Zakiah Taylor. 1 for 2, ground out the short in the first, and a bunt single in the third. Dollar playing way in, even with Hagan, the circle. Over there at third base. First pitch. Hit in the air into center. Lloyd going back, makes the catch, and that one will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigerettes in the top of the 5th. 1-0, the Lady Cat leads. We go to the bottom half next on the X Sports Network.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all. For your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
1-0 is the Lady Cat lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th here of this district tournament winners bracket game. 9-1-2 do it for Lawrence County. Berks, Dollar, and King. Back in the circle for Marshall County. Brooklyn Nunley. Through 4 innings has given up a run off 6 hits. No walks, no strikeouts right now, and an even 50 pitches. Burks, who popped up to second, and her first at bat in the second inning. Facing Nunley for the second time. Winner will go to the championship game and get an automatic spot in the region tournament next week. First pitch misses away for ball 1. Comes to 1-0. And it's the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count. And Burks sends it down the left field line. And the left fielder, and Mason makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Brings us to the top of the order with Maddie Dollar. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Dollar 0 for 2. Tried a bunt single in the first, thrown out by the catcher in Stewart, then grounded out to Cole at first in the third. Third at bat here against Nunley. Infield kind of playing a little bit back more than normal here against Dollar. Nunley toes the rubber. Comes the first pitch. Dollar grounder right back to Nunley. Throws over to first in time for the second out of the inning. 2 gone here in the bottom of the fifth. Brings up Laney K. King. 0 for 2. Pop up to the catcher in the first and a ground out to second in the third. Looking to reach base for the first time here tonight. First pitch. Misses away for ball 1. Comes a 1-0. In there for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Comes a 1-1. King lifts this one into right center. Taylor going back. Makes the catch, and that one will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Lady Cats in the bottom of the fifth. They still lead it 1-0 as we go to the top of the sixth next on the X Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Peyton Bowie, the children's pastor at Mars Hill Baptist Church, and it's crazy to think that summer is just around the corner. If you're like me and you're already planning what you're going to be doing and where you're going to be going for the summer, go ahead and put Vacation Bible School at Mars Hill down on your calendar. June the 9th through the 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for any kids 4 years old all the way through 5th grade. This year, our theme is True North, where we're going to be looking at all that God has created to help us really understand and discover who God is and how amazing He is and what it means to have a relationship with Jesus. So come join us June 9th through the 12th at Mars Hill Baptist Church from 9 a.m. to noon, kids 4 years old all the way through 5th grade. We can't wait to see you there.
Back at Jim Chance Field, we go to the top of the sixth here in this district tournament winners bracket game. Lawrence County leading Marshall County 1-0. 2-3-4 due up for the Tigerettes, Mason, Stewart, and Walls. Hagan through 5 innings has given up no runs off 3 hits, a walk, pair strikeouts. Here comes pitch 67, and that's in there for strike 1. Mason 0 for 2, a pop-up to short in foul territory in the first, and a ground out to third in the third. Facing Hagan here for the third time. The 0-1. On the inside corner for strike 2. Comes the 0-2. Tapper back to Hagan. She'll flip over to first in time for the first out of the inning. 1 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. Brings up Anna Stewart, the catcher. Struck out twice. Once looking in the first, once swinging in the third. Had a runner on third with 1 out in her last at bat and couldn't put the ball in play. Both of Hagan's strikeouts have come against Stewart. First pitch. In there for strike 1. Pitch number 70. Comes the 0-1. Ground ball just a bit foul for strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count here to Stewart. The 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3 in the second out of the inning. Third strikeout for Hagan, all against Stewart. Going to bring up Brindley Walls, 1 for 2. Singled in the center in the second. And hit a line drive right back at Hagan that ended the threat in the top of the third. First pitch here for Hagan. popped up into shallow right. And Walker can't make the catch as that one landed perfectly in between Burks and Walker. Second error of the game for the Lady Cats. Puts a runner on first. It's the first time, only the second time tonight that a runner has made it aboard for the Tigerettes with 2 outs. Brings up Jashelle Ridley, 0 for 2, a fly out the center in the second, and a ground out to King at short in the fourth. Third time here against Hagan. First pitch. Misses high for ball 1. Comes a 1-0. That's a tapper down the left field line, foul. 1-1 the count. Wildcat football team across the way having an open practice here tonight under the lights. A few fans there in the stands, a packed parking lot, so we've got actually more than a lot over there tonight. The 1-0 sent into deep right center, but Lloyd is there to make the catch, and that one will end the inning. The Tigerettes strand a runner in the top of the 6th. Lady Cats look to add some insurance as we go to the bottom half of the inning next on the X Sports Network.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
At Florida Mid-South Realty, we pride ourselves on our family values, professional service, and a deep local knowledge. With a small town feel and a personal touch, we're here to help you navigate the real estate process with ease. Whether buying, selling, or renting, you can trust us to guide you every step of the way. And don't forget to catch Florida Rockstars, our live podcast every Tuesday morning at 8. Florida Rockstars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. Florida Mid-South Realty, your hometown real estate experts.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
1-0 the Lady Cat lead here in this district tournament winners bracket game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. They look to add some insurance here against Marshall County. Heart of the order due up with Maldonado, Hagan, and Frakes. Nunley back in the circle through 5 innings, 1 run off 6 hits, no walks, no strikeouts, 57 pitches. Maldonado 2 for 2, a single in the center, then had a infield single off a deflected line drive in the 3rd. First pitch, that one is fouled into the church parking lot for strike 1. 4 of the Lady Cats' 6 hits have come from the 3 and 4 spots with Maldonado and Hagan. Brown and Sublett each have a hit as well. The 0-1. Chopped up the middle. Nunley makes the play, throws over to first in time for the first out of the inning. First time Maldonado has been retired. Brings up Elizabeth Hagan, 2 for 2. Singled in the left in the first and then an RBI single to right in the 3rd. Hagan's 3rd at bat here against Nunley. Nunley waiting on the signs from the visitors' dugout. Or the numbers, I should say. First pitch here to Hagan. Fouled into the church parking lot for strike 1. On my daily runs through here, I normally find after every game at least 2 or 3 laying somewhere over there in the Church of Christ parking lot. The 0-1. Ground ball through the left side, a base hit. So a trio of singles for Elizabeth Hagan puts a runner on first with 1 out as Aubrey Dollar will make her way over to run for Hagan. Hadley Patterson will be the pitch hitter here in this situation. Up with 1 on, 1 out. So Dollar on first, Patterson at the plate. First pitch, high for ball 1. Comes a 1-0. And it's the outside corner. 1-1 the count. One. Fouled back off the net. 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2 from Nunley. And hit hard, but foul towards the pickleball courts. Still a 1-2 count.
Let's go ahead.
1-2 here to Patterson. Nunley still waiting on the signs from her dugout. Toes the rubber, and here comes the 1-2 again. Swung on a miss for strike 3, and that's going to hit Patterson. Well, they're saying Patterson is out, and Dollar and all the confusion, so Patterson is out because the base was covered originally. So 2 gone with a runner in scoring position as Dollar slid awkwardly into second base. Coach Charlie Lloyd out to check out Dollar.
Up to bat, number 13, Callie Brown.
Callie Brown now due up. Brown, who's 1 for 2 in the game, flew out the center in the second and singled up the middle in the fourth. 2 gone, runner on second. Single up the middle, more than likely would score Dollar here. Needing some much-needed insurance before they go to the top of the 7th. First pitch, change-up misses high for ball 1. Here's a 1-0. Misses high for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Comes a 2-0. High for ball 3. Here's a 3-0. It's in there for strike 1. Still a hitter's count here for Brown. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nunley gets the signs, and she's ready to go. Comes a 3-1. Brown fouls it back for strike 2. Full count here to the left fielder. Comes a 3-2. Sent in the air in the left field. And making the catch out and left is Mason, and that one will end the inning. Lady Cats strand one in the bottom of the 6th. Look to close it out as we go to the top of the 7th next on the X Sports Network.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
We go to the top of the 7th inning. Lady Cats going to try to close out a victory here in this district tournament winners bracket game. Due up for the Tigerettes of Marshall County, 6, 7, 8 with Cole, Ketchum, and Weiser. Hagen back in the circle for Lawrence County. No runs off 3 hits, a walk, trio of strikeouts through 6 innings. He's thrown just 76 pitches. First one here to Cole. In there for strike 1. Cole has reached base both at bats. On an error in the 2nd, then on a single in the 4th. Hagen ahead, no balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. On the outside corner for strike 2. Way ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Comes the 0-2. Misses away. Not a bad miss there. 1-2 the count. Comes a 1-2. Hit in the air, and that's a rocket in the left center. That's going to roll to the wall. Brownfields throws in the king, and a lead-off double by Cole. First extra base hit for either side. A runner in scoring position here for the Tigerettes in the top of the 7th. Brings up Aaron Ketchum, 0 for 2. Popped up to Dollar in the 2nd, then popped up to Frakes for a inning-ending double play in the 4th. Lloyd out the talk with his senior pitcher here as we'll have a pitch runner into the game here for Marshall County. Pitch runner for the Tigerettes is Bird. Runner on 2nd. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. More than likely, Ketchum going to try to bunt here. Shows bunt, first pitch. Misses away. Ball 1. Comes that next one is missed. One and one. This pitch here from Hagen. Tapper here to Dollar. Dollar fields, throws over to first, and that's going to get away. Bird is going to score. Ketchum's going to advance to 2nd, and we are tied up at 1. Go ahead run now at second base here for the Tigerettes.
Perryman on deck.
Brings up Weiser, who's 0 for 1, walked in the second, and popped up in foul territory to Brown at second in the fifth. Hagan going to try to work out of this jam. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Comes the 0-1. Ground ball, King makes the play and got her in a rundown. And they throw and safe. Dollar couldn't hold on to the ball and everybody's safe. So runners on second and third, nobody out here in the top of the seventh inning. Charlie Lloyd back out in the circle here to talk with Hagan and the rest in the infield. Caroline Perriman due up now for the Tigerettes, 0 for 2. A fly out the center in the second. Tapper back to the pitcher and Hagan in the fifth. Runners on second and third. Infield to play in here for the Lady Cats. First pitch. Low. A good block by Maldonado for ball one. Here's a 1-up on the outside corner for strike one. Comes a 1-1. Tapper back to Dollar. Throws over to first, and that will be the first out of the inning. Really good job there by Dollar to hold the runner. One out brings us to the top of the order with Zakiah Taylor. 1 for 3. Ground out to short in the first, single on the infield in the third, and a fly out to center in the fifth. Infield playing in. First pitch here from Hagan. In there for strike one. Taylor with one of the 4 Tigerette hits. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball through and a base hit. Go ahead run is in. Next runner goes around. They throw to third and she will advance to second. And the Tigerettes lead it 2-1. Brings up Madison Mason, the 2-hole hitter for the Tigerettes, 0 for 3. All 3 bats. The ball hasn't left the infield. A pop out to short. Ground out to third and to the pitcher in Hagan. First pitch here, infield still playing in. That one's on the inside corner for strike one. Two-one. Hit in the air into center. Lloyd makes the catch. The throw home will not be in time. Gets away from Maldonado. Taylor now taking off for home, and she will score off the air. It's a 4-1 Tigerette lead.
Stewart, the batter.
2 gone, nobody on, as the Tigerettes have scored 4 here in the top of the 7th. Brings up Anna Stewart, the catcher. First pitch misses in for ball 1. Stewart struck out in all 3 at-bats in the first, 3rd, and 6th. Here's a 1-0. This is away. 2-0 the count. Hit in the air in the deep right field. Lloyd going back. Can't make the catch. That one's going to hit the wall. Stewart will go into second with the 2-out double. Second double of the inning for Marshall County. Good effort by Lloyd. Ball was just out of her reach. Brings up Walls, 1 for 3. Singled in the center in the 2nd. Liner back to Hagan to end the 3rd and reach Villanueva in the 6th. I think they're going to get a courtesy runner here for Stewart. And that will be Ward Basobi. First pitch here from Hagan. Liner in the right field, a base hit. Burks fields it, and the runner will hold up there at third base. Now the next runner taking off for second. The throw. Now the runner taking off for home, and she's out. No, he calls her safe, said she slid underneath the bag.
Terrible call.
And Marshall County extends the lead out to 5-1.
Ridley, the batter. Cole on deck, 2 out.
Charlie Lloyd back out here to talk with Hagan. Tigerettes have put 5 runs on the board here in the top of the 7th. Seven hits in the game, 4 in this inning. 2 of them doubles. Meeting adjourned as Lloyd heads back to the dugout. Ridley due up now, 0 for 3. Pair of flyouts to center and a ground out to short. Facing Hagan here for the 4th time. First pitch. Gets away from Maldonado as she will take off for third base. Want to know the count here to Ridley.
Ridley, the batter. Cole on deck, 2 out.
Here's a 1-0. This is low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Hagan now at 98 pitches through 6 2/3. Here's a 2-0. That's in there for strike 1. Next pitch. Ripped down the left field line and fair. That's going to roll to the corner. Brings home a run. Ridley takes off for second. And the Tigerettes lead at 6-1. third double of the inning. Lloyd back out, and more than likely this will do it for Hagan. So we will have a pitching change here for the Lady Cats. And while that goes down, we will take a break here on the X Sports Network.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Callie Brown, the new pitcher, into the game for the Lady Cats. Here it's a runner on second. 2-out situation here at the top of the 7th. Wyatt Bird, the pitch hitter here in this situation for the Tigerettes. First pitch misses low here from Brown for ball 1. Comes in for Cole. Cole, who actually led off the inning with a double in the left center. A little bit surprised. She's hit the ball hard. She was 2 for 3, and she's getting pitch hit here for 1-0. Misses way away for ball 2. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Comes a 2-1 on the inside corner for strike 2. And here comes a 2-2. Misses away for ball 3 as the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. That's down the middle for strike 3, and that one will end the inning. Tigerettes played 6 in the top of the 7th. The Lady Cats will try to even things up here. Their last at bat, that's next on the X Sports Network.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we've provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back at Jim Chance Field as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Marshall County leading the Lady Cats 6-1. All 6 of those runs on the board for the Tigerettes came the top of the 7th. 7-8-9 due up for the Lady Cats with Lloyd, Sublett, and Burks. Brooklyn Nunley back in the circle for the Tigerettes through 6 innings, a run off 7 hits, no walks, a strikeout through 72 pitches. Winner advances to the winner's bracket, advances to the championship game, gets an automatic spot into the region tournament. Lloyd 0 for 2. Pop soft liner to the pitcher and a ground out to third. First pitch misses away for ball 1. Comes a 1-0. It's in there for strike 1. We're going to try to find a way to get on base here. Lady Cats would love it if they could get to the top of the order. There's a 1-1. Lloyd lays down a bunt. That's a really good bunt. The throw to first is going to go into right field and takes a friendly hop there to Perryman standing right there, and Lloyd will get on. First error of the game for the Tigerettes brings up Ashlyn Sublett. 1 for 2, a single in the left in the second, and a deep fly ball to center in the 4th. 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Comes the first pitch. Hits the outside corner for strike 1. There's the 0-1. Sublett sends a charge into left center, and what a great sliding catch out there in left from Mason. And Lloyd will go back to first. Mason saved a double from Sublett and might have scored Lloyd on the play. Now we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Burks, 0 for 2. Pop up to second in the 2nd, and a fly out to left in the 4th. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch. Misses for ball 1. Nunley getting the numbers from the dugout. Comes a 1-0. Yeah, it's in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count to Burks. Next pitch. Burks a tapper back to Nunley. She bobbles it. Burks on the way to first, and she's safe. So both runners on via an error. The Lady Cats get the top of the order here to the plate. Runners on first and second here. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Maddie Dollar, 0 for 3 in the game. It's grounded out to the catcher, the pitcher, the first baseman, and the pitcher so far in the game. See if she can lay down one of those picture-perfect bunts and load the bases. Or even better, maybe slap one through one of the sides here. First pitch. This is low and away for ball 1. Here's a 1-0. Misses away for ball 2. 2-0 the count here to Dollar, top of the order for Lawrence County. 2-0. That's in there for strike one. Defense is set up to allow Dollar to lay down a bunt. They're not playing as up as they normally do, especially when she's at the plate. Nunley getting the numbers from the dugout. 2-1. And there's that bunt, gets it down, and throw to first will not be in time. An infield single, and that will load the bases with one out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Dollar gets her first hit of the game, 8th hit of the game for the Lady Cats. Time called here by the head coach, Amy Bonner. She'll make her way out to the circle, talk with Nunley and the rest of the infield. Lady Cats have the one out. It was a rocket hit by Sublett in the left center and a sliding grab by Mason. If she doesn't make that play, Lawrence County's in a much better situation than what they are right now, and they're in a pretty good situation here. Again, down 5, 6-1. Spot in the district championship game and a spot in the region tournament next week on the line here. Laney K. King due up 0 for 3. Popped up to the catcher in the first, grounded out to second in the third, and a fly out to right center in the fifth. Infield playing back, middle infield that is, corner infield playing about 2 to 3 steps in front of the bags. Speed on all 3 base paths here for the Lady Cats with Lloyd, Burks, and Dollar. First pitch. On the outside corner for strike one. Nunley gets the numbers, and here comes the 0-1. King, a grounder, over to Ridley at first, and a run will score. And that will make it 6-2 Marshall County. Brings up Giselle Maldonado, 2 for 3 in the game, pair of singles in the first and third. And a tapper back to the pitcher here in the sixth. Runners on second and third, 2 gone as Nunley gets the numbers from the dugout. Elizabeth Hagan, who's on deck, who's 3 for 3 in the game. 5 of the 8 hits have come from the 3 and 5 spots for the Lady Cats. First pitch. In there for strike one. Lady Cats looking for a huge 2-out rally. Here's the 0-1. Misses away, blocked. On the plate there by Stewart. 1-1 the count. Nunley getting the numbers, and here comes the 1-1. Ripped in the left field and down for a base hit. Everyone will move up a bag, and Maldonado with an RBI single in the left makes it 6-3. Runners on the corners, Hagan at the plate. Lady Cats with a pair of runs here in the bottom of the seventh. As Morrison will courtesy run for Maldonado for the third time. Morrison on first. Burks at third. Hagan here at the plate. 3 for 3. 2 singles to left and 1 to right. The one to right brought home the first run of the game for the Lady Cats in the third. First pitch. Misses low for ball one. Here's a 1-0. Misses away for ball two. Imagine Nunley and company going to pitch carefully here to Hagan. Don't want to give her anything she can drive. 2-0. Yeah, it's in there for strike one. 2-1 here to Hagan. Nunley getting the numbers again and gets ready to go. Here comes a 2-1. Misses away for ball three. Hitters count here for Hagan. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's a 3-1. Hagan rips it right into the glove of the third baseman Weisner, and that one will end the game. Marshall County will advance to the district championship game. They get 6 runs in the top of the second to win this one 6-3. Lady Cats will be back in action, I believe, tomorrow. Don't know who they're going to play yet. We will find out later. But Marshall County comes into Lawrenceburg, comes away with a 6-3 win. Lady Cats will be back in action tomorrow as they try to keep their season alive. So for our producer extraordinaire, Hayden Burks, I'm AJ Good here on the X Sports Network. Have a great evening. We will see you guys once again tomorrow.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.